Hi guys, welcome back. Doing live feeds, and I've been sort of sitting thinking here about well, I've actually been Facebooking. I was actually sitting on Facebook, going through like selling stuff that I've got to get rid of and that, and I realised people are selling PCs at a really ridiculous pricing and don't realise what they actually got. One particular came up was £150 and a PC, Ryzen 5 processor, and rather decent motherboard anyway. So I did a search for how much to buy that processor because he actually did a whole full spec. What was in the box? It was water cooled as well, Ryzen 5 motherboards that support up to 64 GB of RAM. Most of my machines, like these ones, only support up to 32 GB of RAM. Had water cooler on it as well, which is great. It's a RAD based one. And there's lots of stuff inside. It's very useful. It's only got 8 gig of RAM, but again, I can upgrade that to 64. It was 150 quid. So when I priced up the Ryzen processor itself, that was still at nearly over 200 quid to buy and purchase. I checked the motherboard out, that was still current to buy, and that was over £100 to buy. And obviously other various bits in, but just those two components in the system was more than what he's actually asking for. And I thought that was a bargain, absolute bargain. There's loads out there. So what we're going to do is these machines here. This is my unraised server. Let me just get a bit more closer detail onto it. So this is my unraised server I currently have. So I have a standard AMD chip running at 3 gigahertz, clockable to 4, I think it is, or it might be running at 4 gigahertz, clockable to 4.2. We've got water cool RAD in there, so that wasn't too expensive. And this machine has 32 gig of RAM inside. We've got standard graphics. We've got just a general gigabyte motherboard, nothing fancy on that. We also got 2 SSD drives, and then we've got 4 standard SATA hard drives, which are 4 terabytes per drive. And Unraid obviously connects all that up, so there's one large volume for us. So now this has got 8 cores on the CPU, but I want to get bit more power from the CPU. I need a motherboard to support more RAM, because more RAM will basically make this much faster machine itself. My cat getting into mischief. Sorry about that. Happens to live things. And also I wanted something to support more PCI lanes, because if I fit a controller card in here, I want it at full speed, not half of its speed. So because this one currently has everything on board. So my other Unraid box has its own RAID controller, which is the LSI boards, and we've put it into IT mode, allowing the Unraid system to manage the drives, and it seems to be much quicker than this one here. This is also using the onboard RAID itself. So I was thinking I might start actually looking at some deals. I'm going to save a bit of money, put it to one side. I'm going to look for these special deals, because I was thinking if I bought that machine, I already need the Ryzen and the motherboard. The RAM are upgrades, so I won't need the RAM on it, and all the other bits and pieces that come with it, like the graphics card. Because Unraid doesn't really need a decent graphics card, just a graphic card to work with, especially if you use it as a farm print server. So I can strip it down, sell the bits I don't need, upgrade this to the Ryzen 5 processor, and then I can then turn this into a PC and sell that on, making some money back, and then see what other things I can buy. So I'm going to do it all on Facebook, because there's going to be lots and lots of deals. They're local to me as well, so it's easy enough to purchase and go and buy. So I'm going to look at some of these deals that are really sort of like loan price. They obviously list the details, so I can check up to see what the current price if I bought those down there, and to see if I'm actually getting a good deal. And I'll snap it up, and then we do videos on it and stuff. So I definitely want to upgrade all. I've got 3 Unraid servers, and this one's offline at the moment, but the other 2 are still a working horse, holding all my data, my videos and stuff I do for YouTube. This is going to be more a backup server that's going to be held here, so that this will mirror my other 2 servers in my man cave, which is quite a few miles away from me at the moment. So we link them up using the software called Sync. So and then we'll just upgrade all these currently to Ryzen 5. So I'll see what deals are out there. We'll buy them up. We'll sell the components off to make money back. So I will start building an area on jacksgear.co.uk where any components I don't want, it's useful. I'll put them up there for you guys if you want to buy them and stuff, and that money will help to keep buying deals like this going forward all the time, which would be amazing. My cat's getting interested. It's a bit dusty. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing, because they're such great deals and people just don't realise they're selling their machines far too cheap. I don't know if it's because they need the money or whether I need to go towards another upgrade they're doing. I don't know, but there's some really good stuff out there. and some of them are actually got some decent sized SSDs. So if they are like hard working NAS type SSDs like these ones are, we could use those too, because Unraid doesn't really care what manufacturer drives you got, or whether it's SSD or S088, or work with both. So I could get loads and loads of cheap SSDs and maybe make it all SSD in there, making it really super fast machine. And because we're buying up Ryzen boards, that board itself had an M.2 stick on it, so that was amazing. Could use that as a cache drive, super fast, quick cache drive. Be a lot more, much more faster than my SSD drives here. So that'll give me more space to actually put large drives in, because I would like to upgrade these drives very soon, because I want one machine to be like an archiving server that just archives all my data, but it's accessible when I need to go back and do it, because sometimes I do pull back old footage and stuff, especially another project I'm actually doing. I'm always going back to old footage. It'd be nice to have it always online, but obviously more a robust system itself. And maybe look at, say, getting some 10 gig Ethernet cards in there, going faster on the bandwidth itself, which would be really awesome to do. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do on these scrap PC builds. Maybe I'll do it as a series, you know. Maybe this is the first video introducing what we're going to do. So I'm gonna get some money next week. I'm gonna put some money down, and we're gonna search Facebook, see what deals out there, and I'll video my searches to see what's available, what's out there, so you guys keep up with what I'm doing. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some good deals and build some fantastic, bit more quicker machines. I don't have a budget to go out and spend a few thousand on a really fantastic deals. So this is a way of budgeting and getting what you need that works. I mean, this setup is fantastic. It's been really good. It's still currently really good, and it serves my purposes really well. But obviously, I want to now always take that to the next level itself as well. So we will see. Maybe when we upgrade this one, I'll probably build this minimum as maybe a small Unraid. Maybe we'll give it away to one of you lucky subscribers out there. So maybe we'll do something like that. So you've got an Unraid box for your home, storing your own footage. I might do that actually, thinking about it. So we'll see what deals going out there. So this could be up for grabs. So stay tuned. So if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button right now. And don't forget that notification button, the little bell somewhere down here that tells you when we actually go live and back online. So yeah, so this is maybe the first episode for scrap PC builds maybe. Still not quite sure working the title out. So let me know what you think the title will be, or what would be ideal and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, this has been really good. It's got a lot of dust. I've got dust, massive dust on the rad in there, so it needs a good hooving out basically. And I need the type. I mean, I've got these standards cables, which is standard, but I normally buy the braided ones, which are much more nicer, clean and tidy. So I'll probably upgrade these as well while it's all open itself. So yeah, I tend to have 3 network cards in there, 1 on board the card and additional 2 network card jobbies. To always plug 3 in itself. So yeah, stay tuned guys for that. So thanks for watching guys. Any comments, please leave comments below. I think it's a good idea. Got some ideas. If you're up to looking for parts, cheap parts, because all I'm interested in is making some money back, so I can keep on buying spares and buying decent deals up anyway. So just give me a comment below if you're interested. And again, any parts on my first buy, which hopefully might be next week, we'll start listing the parts I don't want up on the site, so you guys can purchase it maybe for your builds itself. So thanks for watching guys. Thanks to all new subscribers. Fantastic. Cheers guys.